Hi, in this tutorial I'll be showing you how to make an enemy basically appear once you walk into a trigger. So what we're going to do first is open up our base. It's going to be under triggers and just trigger underscore enemy. And first thing we're going to do is just take a look at this small level that's created. So first off, we basically have our start point where we then just go into a room here. You'll notice that this door right here, when you play the level, it requires a key, which then you have to find the key, which is somewhere in this room. So what we're going to do first is basically create our enemy, so he or she, whatever kind of enemy we choose, will be able to appear once we go over and pick our key up. So first thing I'm going to do is go over to our libraries panel and click on entities and add new entity. Now what I'm going to do is just choose a sci-fi character here. You can basically pick whatever you want. I'm just going to choose one of the defaults here near the top. So let's just go with the colonel here. Just make him have a pistol. He's kind of wimpy. So what I'm going to do is zoom in, and I'm going to hit B on my keyboard twice just so I can put him basically where I want. And let's say I'm going to put him at the very edge of this door here. Now there's a couple things we're going to need to do with him. If you right click on him to go to his properties, the first thing, you can leave the name the same, but I recommend changing it. I'm just going to name it Bad Guy for now. What we're also going to do is we don't want him to spawn at the very start of the level, so we're going to change this to no, which is spawn at start. And basically we want him to spawn after a delay, which means basically when we go into our trigger. So I'm going to change this to yes. I'm just going to say apply changes. So that basically takes care of our character. So what now I want to do is basically whenever we come into this segment here, there's really only one way in, so I only need to put just a small trigger zone here, is basically make this bad guy appear. So what I'm going to do is go over to our markers tab under our library and go near the bottom, and we should have a trigger zone. I'm just going to click on this trigger zone and basically just put it where this light is right now. So I'm just going to left click, now right click to get rid of the one that was under my cursor. Now I'm going to right click on the zone to go into its properties, and what we're going to have to change is the if used property. Put in the name of the enemy that you want to spawn. So I put in bad guy, so I'm going to just type that in. Now also you'll notice our main script, basically it just says player in zone, so it's just checking to see if the player is in the zone. We're going to have to change this, so if you click on the ellipse here to open up your scripts, we want basically player in zone activate it, or activate use. So what this script does is basically when the player goes into the zone, it's going to activate this if used property, which then will basically spawn our bad guy. So I'm just going to open this up to make it go into our scripts, and then just say apply changes. So basically what's going to happen is when you come over here and you step in this box here, there's no way around it. Our colonel here, which I named bad guy, is automatically going to appear and start running after you. So what I'm going to do, if you need to look at this for future reference, is I'm just going to save it under triggers, and what I'll name this as is trigger underscore enemy and finished.